Let's look at Chapter 7, Lesson 8 review. Complete each table, then write a rule. So, how did I get 4 to 7? I'm going to add 3. 5 to 8, I had to add 3. 8 to 11, I have to add 3. So 13, I'm going to add 3 to it in order to get the next number, which is 16. So my rule would be to add 3 to the input. For number 2, I'm going to do the same thing. I need to figure out if I'm adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. In order to get 3 to 6, I can add 3, or I could multiply 3 times 2 to get 6. In order to get 6 to 12, I could add 6, or I could multiply 6 times 2 to get 12. What do these have in common? I can see that multiplying by 2 is what I have in common. So let's go on. Now I don't know this top number, so I'm going to do the opposite of multiplying by 2 in order to go backwards. Instead of multiplying by 2, I'm going to divide 18 by 2, which is going to be 9. Now I can continue multiplying by 2 since it's the top number I have. 14 times 2 is 28. So the rule is going to be multiply the input by 2. Let's move on to data analysis and probability. We need to write yes or no to tell whether the spinner is fair for the game described. Explain. Number 3 is a game. Player A wins if the spinner lands on a number less than 4. So player A wins if it lands on 1, 2, or 3, because those are all numbers less than 4. Player B wins if it lands on any other number. So any other number would be 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. So let's make a fraction out of this. I know that player 1 wins if 3 out of 8 pieces are landed on. And I know that player B will win if 5 out of 8 pieces are landed on. You can clearly see that this is not a fair game. You'll need to explain by using your fraction pieces. Let's look at reasoning and proof. Use place value to add. So if you look here, they've completed some of it for you. We have 327 plus 152. What they want you to do is add. 300 plus 100 is 400. 20 plus 50 is 70. 7 plus 2 is going to be 9. Now you have 479. Do the same thing for number 5. 738, break it up into expanded form where you have 700 plus 30 plus 8, and 378 would be 300 plus 70 plus 3. So now I have 700 and 300 that I need to add together, and I know that that would be 1,000. Now I have 30 plus 70, and I know that would be 100. And then I have 8 plus 3, which would be 11. Now thinking about that, I'm going to need to regroup a little bit. So you could add them vertically where you have 1,000 plus 100 plus 11, and go straight down in columns now, where your answer is 1,111. Show your work.